Hi guys, Demra Robbins here. Thank you for being at the Saturday training this month. We know you had a lot of places you could be. I know some of you have had to rearrange things to get here. You've driven to come. You've brought friends. You brought your kids. And so I just want to say thank you for making this a priority in your life. Whenever you're trying to serve other people, when what you put forward is what you're going to get back. So I bless you all today for being here, and I just pray that God will bless you back for putting this investment and this time into serving other people through your Manatech business. What I want to talk to you today about is actually, I'm going to start with a scripture, Isaiah 32:8. It says, "But the noble make noble plans, and by noble deeds they stand." And so I know we've talked about goal setting and we've talked about overcoming objections and obstacles. And today I kind of wanted to put those together for you. I really wanted to convey and communicate that no matter what personality that you have, no matter who you are, what background you have, what experience you have or don't have in this industry, I know I had no experience coming into this industry. When you start to work a new venture, and when you start to talk about products when possibly that wasn't your field of expertise for the last 20 years, you feel kind of like a fish out of water, right? I know for me, I had to get serious about my health, and then I felt like people took me more seriously. But then sometimes we can take that too far and think, oh, well, maybe I need to go back to school and be a dietitian so they'll really listen to me and they'll really understand that these products are so good for them. That's not necessarily what the company or what I feel like your God ordained destiny may be. Your destiny is simply to open your mouth and see a need, fill a need, look for needs, serve others, hear them, listen to them, and give them feedback on where you may or may not be able to help. I know one thing about Manatech that I've loved is it's been a great connector. Sometimes people, the business is not something they want to do. Sometimes the products are not something they want to do. But the connection between them and myself and our families or schools or churches, the connection that happens by networking really molds and crafts your journey. And so these noble plans that you make, sometimes we make these lofty plans and big goals, and they get thwarted because you end up talking to a friend on the phone for 30 minutes about how sad she is that her husband lost her job. Well, in that moment, there's an opportunity to serve. There's an opportunity to overcome the objections and the fear that might be creeping in while you're listening to your friend talk about a lost job and you possibly have an answer. I'll give you an example. A few weeks ago, I just told God, listen, I'm going to call. And I might embarrass myself. I might be afraid, but I want to serve people more than I care about my own emotions and feelings. And there were actually three people that I'd picked up the phone and called. And it was a hard conversation because I had to be honest and say, listen, I don't even know if this is something that you're interested in, but I hear you. And I know what I've heard you say you're disappointed in, and I feel like there's a solution here somewhere. And if not, no worries. But I just would feel remiss if I didn't share it with you. Can we talk for 5 minutes? And each time I wasn't met with resistance, I was met with, really? You thought of me? What is it? And then we go into the, you know what, it's really visual and the products have a lot of science behind them. So I'd love to get together and have a longer conversation. But I just wanted you to know that I'm praying for you. I'm thinking about you. And our relationship is important to me. Our friendship, I cherish this. And so, let's take this on a different level. Let's not continue this at the soccer game or wherever we are on the phone when we're both in car line. Let's really take some time and think about this. And so that leads me to the question of, have you really thought about what you're doing with your Manatech business? You're here today, so obviously you have taken the first step. You have signed up, you're taking the products, and you are coming to trainings to learn how to do this. So I challenge each of you to actually write a business plan. That sounds really foreign to some people, like teachers. They've never written a business plan, I don't think. Typically, the team leaders or the principals will put a mission statement in place. The school will have a motto that they will follow, and the team leader or the team teacher will kind of put all that stuff together, and then the teachers do the lesson plans. But what is a business plan for your life? That does involve overcoming obstacles. It does involve overcoming objections. It does involve setting goals and sticking to them. And there's another great thing that I wanted to mention to you, that the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. And so if you are diligent with your plan, but you don't have a plan, you're surely going to not make it anywhere. If you quit, you're certainly never going to succeed. I love when my father-in-law Ray tells me that. He's like, well, you're certainly not going to get there if you quit, right? So you've got to be diligent, but you've got to know what your plans are. And then people think goal setting is scary. We've gone through goal setting with these trainings before, but I want you to just close your eyes and visualize. Here, I want to read you the definition of a goal. Goal setting. It's a powerful process, kind of journey, so to speak. And it says, a powerful process for thinking about your ideal future and for motivating yourself to turn your vision into a reality. The process of setting goals helps you choose where you want to go in life. So what's keeping you from setting your goal? What's keeping you from having a vision and turning that vision into a reality? I know most of us grew up thinking what we might want our wedding to look like when we were little girls, or what our marriage would look like, or what college we were going to go to. And some of those things are within our reach and some things are out of our control. But this business is 100% in your control. It's in your hands. And as my father-in-law again says, when you are sharing with people, you're going to have a bigger check. When you are not, and you are letting fear run over your emotions, your check isn't going to be very high, because this is a business of serving. So serve yourself in putting a plan together. And my business plan is actually written out in sentences so that I can see it, feel it, what it would feel like to be in Hawaii again, what my check would be like, what we'd be spending that money on, where my kids would be at school, what my daughter's car would look like, what bills would be paid off, what my dinner times would look like. My vision that I want to be turned into reality is actually, it's just crafted into several sentences of what I want. It's crafted into lots of things that I need in my life, that I want in my life, that I desire in my life. And I'm on the phone. Sorry, interruption, work from home mom. So I just wanted to give you a little encouragement today to put a plan into place, even if it's just 4 sentences. So I have my crafted plan, and then I have 4 words that I say: flow, health, harmony, and wealth. Flow in my schedule, health with my family, flow, health, harmony with our respect and how we're treating each other and how we're serving each other and how our plan fits in with God's plan, and wealth, because I do want to help a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that have great charities that desire a lot of sustainable giving, and I want to give more. And I want to pay for college, my kids' college. I've got one that's going to be driving in a few months, right? So there are things that we need and things that we want, and put them both in your plan. Overcoming objections. Oh, I think the best advice I could tell you is that overcoming objections is not about being right. It's not about you having the answers to everything. It's about you listening and being honorable. When someone says to you, overcoming objection, let's say it's too expensive. Well, the truth to you is that you didn't communicate the value. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes, and I've gotten that. I got that just 2 weeks ago. I didn't communicate the value of what this product can do for them, and so they just thought it was too expensive. So then you backtrack and you go back and you talk about the value and the stories and the life-changing transformations that Manatech can do for people through the products. And then the product is not expensive anymore. It's valuable. The product, the overcoming objection of time, when they say, you know what, I don't have time for this. It's an honest truth that as a friend, sometimes you need to be the voice that tells them, when will you have time? When are you going to get a second job? What will change in the future if we don't take the time now? And tell them your story. I sure am glad that I took the time 15 years ago to walk out of corporate America and never look back. Where would I be if I was still in corporate America 15 years from now? I would probably have a nanny. I'd be working till 9 o'clock at night. I'd probably be making, a little bit more money and have some health plans, but I wouldn't have near the freedom I have now. I wouldn't have the stories of going on mission trips with my entire family. I wouldn't have the stories of all the field trips during the school year. I wouldn't have the waiting in the car line and visiting with the other moms. See, what my decision did for me was it gave me the freedom. So time is just another word for freedom. Too expensive is just another word for I'm not believing this is worth the value. When you get the objection of, let me think about it, let me go talk to my husband about it. It's perfectly okay for you to ask them, hey, have you brought an idea home to your husband before? And what does he think? When you can't answer the questions, does he shoot holes in your plan? Yeah, me too. And so, you know what? I would love for him to say no to me instead of you and keep y'all's relationship intact. That works with friends too. I just told that to my new trainee this week. Let's not have her tell you no because then it's awkward, y'all's friendship. Let her tell me no. Tell her, you know what? I've got somebody I want you to talk to. She knows more than I do. I'd feel more comfortable if she was on the phone. Let me call her. Let's have a three-way. Let's meet at Starbucks. Let me be the buffer for you. Let your team leader be the buffer for you. So overcoming objections, really, it's just great skeptics who want more details and they want to know that it works, that it can work for them, and that you're going to be there for them to support them. And I think those three things we have in Manatech. We have those. And overcoming obstacles, that's just a shift in your attitude, a shift from fear to faith, a shift from, a 1 degree shift in your thinking, like, oh, I have to go to the training, right? On Saturday, 4 hours, Saturday morning, I'd rather sleep in, versus I can't wait to go to the training because I'm going to learn something and I am going to apply it to my life and this can be great. And did you know that if you walk in the door with oh, I got to go to the training or, oh, I got to go to the meeting, you're not going to exude the servitude that your heart is ready to give, that it was designed to do. But if you walk in the door with a better attitude of, you know what? I have the rest of the day. This is just 4 hours. I am giving it my all for 4 hours, and I'm going to see. I'm just going to see what God can do. When I show up, He's going to show off. And you will be blessed. I promise you, you will be blessed. Because I was there. I was there 6 months ago. I was there a year ago. My business has gone through a major transformation these last 3 years. And I have been there. I've had excuses. I have been in fear. I have had I don't want to go. I don't want to do that. But my heart does want to do that. I was getting stuck in the how-tos. I was getting stuck in that. I couldn't see my vision, my dream. And as soon as I wrote it down, I want to go back to Hawaii. I want to make more money. I want to pay for my daughter's car. And you put it in writing form, it will help you. So those are just a few tips today I wanted to give to you. I hope that they have been helpful. I know that we kind of are doing a lot of videos online, which I think is really cool because I'm a mom of 3 kids. And so if I can do this on a Thursday afternoon before heading to watch my niece at her football game after getting out of a 3-hour meeting with Al today, this is great. I love communicating this way. So thank you, Kevin, for hosting today. Thank you for being here at the training today. Thank you for giving your heart to Manatech. Thank you for giving your all. Thank you for having a good attitude. Gratitude and your attitude will take you way farther than skill or being a slick overcoming objection person. So I just challenge you today to go serve some other people. Be the light. Smile, hug, pray, share the products, share the gift of Manatech, and you will be blessed. Thanks.